Welcome, friends. This plant protein combination is a delicious pairing of our African Lemon Tahini sauce with slow braised beef and nutrient-powerhouse slaw. The first step in our cook well approach is to choose fresh vegetables whenever possible. No packaged processed foods that can cause havoc to our body. This is Kohlrabi. It can feel like an adventurous vegetable, but really its taste and texture are similar to broccoli stems and cabbage, just slightly sweeter. Radicchio is actually a leafy green and adds nutrients and vibrant color. It has a distinctly bitter taste that goes well with our next ingredients: beautiful, tart Granny Smith apples and fresh mint to take the dish to a whole nother level. Don't forget a few shallots if you can find them. They're a little sweeter than regular onions and good used raw where you want oniony flavor without too much punch. Honestly, how beautiful is this? And we haven't even started cooking yet. Okay, on to step number 2, peaceful prep. Today's prep is so easy as I'm pulling one of my weekly braises from the freezer to thaw for an easy weekday dinner. You can see the full braise link below. While still in the well-sealed freezer bag, I let it sit in hot water for just a few moments, then transfer from the bag to a plate to help bring to room temperature while we work on our other prep items. This will help ensure it's ready for a quick warming saute just before serving. On to our kohlrabi. Skin or no skin? Since I scrubbed this vegetable clean, and since I know it will sit in a marinade for a little while once shredded, the skin should soften and offer great fiber. I'm cutting this extra large kohlrabi into small pieces so it's easier to shred. Shred the kohlrabi on the large holes of a box grater, or you can use the shredding disc of a food processor. I love this grater. It's so easy to use, easy to clean, and easy to slip on my cut-resistant gloves to keep my hands safe. Kohlrabi is packed with nutrients and antioxidants that support immune health and may lower your risk of chronic disease. Once all the kohlrabi is shredded, this is a perfect time to help balance out the flavors. The secret to a great slaw: a bit of salt to help purge excess moisture from the cabbage-like cruciferous vegetable. Toss together. And then set aside while you continue with the rest of your prep. I love raddiccio's dark reddish purple leaves and white veins. It adds a pop to any recipe, and it's easy to slice. Cut off the base, cut in half, and then slice into thin ribbons. With your knife, remember, lift at the wrist, down and forward. Lift at the wrist, down and forward. And use the crab hand technique with your holding hand, as your knuckles will help guide the blade and keep your fingers clear. From the fruit fiber family, Granny Smith apples, popular for their tart flavor and firm texture, I keep the skin on for its unmistakable vibrant green hue and added fiber, wonderful for gut health. Here, I cut the apple pieces into little matchsticks. Take your time. There's really no reason to be in a hurry. Just breathe as you prep and enjoy being free of screen time. From the aromatics family, shallots, delicious and delicate in flavor compared to traditional onions. Admittedly, not always easy to work with as they're tiny and I can be a bit clumsy. Really, any onions you have handy will work. Mint is a calming and soothing herb that can help with digestion and an upset stomach. And I love the fresh, cool smell. Simply snap the leaves from the stems, gather into a pile, and chop once for coarse. And then again with rock chop for more fine. Keep your hand on top of your knife to help rock back and forth. It's now time to strain the water from the cabbage-like kohlrabi after it's been soaking in salt. Here, I use a fine mesh strainer, but honestly, most times I just squeeze any liquid with my hands into a separate bowl or sink, whatever is easiest for you. Straining the liquid keeps your slaw from becoming too soupy or soggy. It will stay crisp longer, which is another secret to a great slaw. You can see here I do this in batches to strain the most liquid. The number 3 step in our cook well approach is making our sauce. Here is our African Lemon Tahini Sauce, the earthy, nutty flavor of sesame seed tahini with the bright, citrusy flavors of lemon. This zesty, nutrient-rich sauce is fabulous on slaw. Now that our sauce is prepared, we can slowly drizzle onto our kohlrabi. Mix well together and enjoy the rhythms of cooking. Next, add in your radicchio. Toss some more. And complete by adding in your apples and mint. Combine all together until it's well coated with sauce. Set aside and on to step number 4 in our cookwell approach, heat. And it doesn't get much easier than this. We simply heat our pan, drizzle a touch of healthy fat, and a quick saute to warm and sear our already slow braised beef that's been thawed from the freezer. As with all our dishes, there are so many ways to plate the final ingredients. Here, I simply add a few diced tomatoes for color to our braise. We can then add a large side of our slaw, a fresh take on coleslaw with nutrient-powerhouse Kohlrabi, radicchio, and the slightly tart surprise of apples. It holds up brilliantly next to a bold meat. Enjoy.